mastering his travel and fitness lifestyle. Giorgio, so tell us about what have you been up to, man? You moved out to California?
Yes, I moved out here after my senior year at Flagler College, and I've been working full time in sales, but I've used that to help me kind of live the lifestyle that I like, fitness and traveling, and just exploring my limits in those two areas.
Absolutely. I mean, I guess COVID's kind of put a hold on that, but what's one of the best places you traveled recently? Pre-COVID, but
Well, I've been able to travel during COVID. I've done my safe travels, or as safe as it can be.
right.
But I've enjoyed my time in Mexico. I've gone to a couple cities there, and then I've also traveled a little bit inside of the U.S. And I'm actually embarking to go see my mother, who's visiting Boston. So that'll be a new state that I'll have visited.
That's awesome, man. That's good to hear. And why I wanted to have you on today because you're someone who's passionate about fitness, and your Instagram, it's _live no limits. And it's a great source for people if you're looking for nutrition tips or ways to stay healthy right now, and just have you on. So, and I think COVID showed us all right now that our health is one of our most important assets that we have. You got to take care of yourself.
100%.
And you have a lot of ways, like good body weight exercises. So what are some tips you could share for people, just easy ways to guide, how to improve your diet, how to, improve your more wholesome food intake?
Sure, and that's actually something that I'm working on making a video for right now. So whoever's watching
Nice.
can definitely go there and check it out, because I'll be sharing a lot of in detail information. But I would say just balancing the diet, making sure you're conscious of what you're eating. And when I say that, it's not to refer as a diet as your restrictions. Of course, you want to restrict yourself on just not letting go and eating everything at any time of day.
Right.
But you can definitely fit in a lot of healthier substitutes for things that you're craving. And if you are a big fried chicken person, you can maybe try baking your chicken. There's small
That's true.
substitutes that you can make, healthier ways of using your cheese or healthy fats that will just promote more so a sustainable diet, where you aren't going to have your cravings, where you aren't going to go through that that period of time that you're just kind of holding back, and you're like, I can't eat a single gram of sugar, I can't eat a single gram of fat.
Right.
By all means, you need the fat, you need the carbs, and you need the sugars. Just make sure they're from healthy sources, and take the time to go to Google and look up your calorie calculator. You can see how many calories you burn in a day.
Oh yeah.
Based off of that number, you enter in your height, your exercise activity for the amount of exercise you get in the week, as well as what is it? I think as your weight. Sorry. So
Okay.
once you enter that in, you'll get an idea of how much you can eat calorie wise. And there's many apps out there. One perfect example is MyFitnessPal.
That's a
That'll
great
show
step.
you based off of your caloric intake you can take in per day. You can see how much fats, sugars, carbs, protein that you can take in the day, and just build something that you can have for the rest of your life, instead of kind of fumbling through phases of not eating and then eating a lot.
Right, because I think that's what a lot of, at least Americans, get trapped into. You do a keto diet or some sort of thing, and you
Exactly.
limit yourself. You can only eat cheese and butter and all these things. So then your body is going to be craving all these nutrients that you're not getting. So I think the biggest
Exactly.
takeaway should be eat a balanced thing. Have your sweets, whatever it is, but substitute fruit. Have watermelon instead of watermelon flavored candy. Go get a
Yep.
mango or something.
Couldn't have said it better. Took the words out of my mouth.
Absolutely.
It's fine. Find the substitute of what you want to eat, or not even a substitute. You can make a healthy meal. You can make a healthy Chick-fil-A sandwich at home, or something similar. So you're not craving. Craving is probably the worst thing, because if you go out with your friends and you're gonna put yourself in the position where you might have pizza or wings or a beer or two or cocktails. By all means, go do that, but make sure it's not more than more than the average, or more than you can handle, to still keep your your healthy diet and healthy lifestyle, healthy routines throughout your day to day and week.
Right. And I think tracking is the biggest thing, because a lot of people get lost and you want to look like this or have you go to the beach or do these certain exercises. It's really just, you need to eat less calories than you're burning.
Exactly.
You got to, or you got to burn
Exactly.
more, whatever you're going to phrase it. Like, track your
Yep.
numbers. And I think tracking is the biggest thing, because it holds you accountable, that every time, you know, you got to log in that handful of candy or whatever it is, like
Yep.
track that and you're like, all right, maybe I could do one less this time. Or
Exactly. And that's what I would say is you can start tracking. I personally haven't done it for too long because it started getting a little bit stressful,
yeah.
where it was a bit too much, but it got to the point where I could measure by eye, like, okay, this is enough pasta or enough rice for me, or this is the portion that I used last time, and this should be around that ballpark. And probably the easiest thing, like you said, eat less calories than you burn, or just picture, like, everybody knows like everyone knows that scenario of, like, all right, that was a bit too much, like having that extra slice or having that extra sandwich or having that extra drink. You know what it looks like to go overboard, and all you have to do is think of that, but on the reverse side. So, like, I know what it would be like to just have one less piece or have one less drink, and that's in the long run gonna have a compound effect of, like, the little things that you did, the little things that you just held back on, that will add up to a healthier lifestyle, I guess.
Yeah, because you're not going to do it in one day. It is a lifestyle change. And
Yep.
that's why you
Hmm.
can't do the crazy diets. And you have to take something that you can actually use, feed your family, feed yourself, and enjoy life. And, you know, not
Exactly.
live inside a book either, too. Like, you have to
Exactly.
make your own decisions. I guess
Exactly.
doing the healthy habits is the best thing. Do you have a healthy habit? Like, what's something you like to do when you work out? Like, do you have a way to motivate yourself?
Um, I have a couple. I mean, uh, right now, my recent thing with COVID is, I've been able to finally get back into the gym after I don't know how many months,
Good.
but I've been knocking it out in the morning before I can give myself the whole day to get tired. And come end of the afternoon after my job, I'm just like, you know what, I'm beat right now.
Oh, of course.
So I've been going to the gym just about every day for the past close to a month, at around 6 o'clock. So I'm up at like 5:40, and that's helped not only because I come into my work day fully jacked up because I've been moving around and I've been active, but it also gives me my whole afternoon to explore something else. You know, even if it's laying back and relaxing, or I mean, I just picked up a guitar and I'm trying to teach myself. So
Oh, nice.
that's
That's
a
cool.
way
That's great.
to it's a way to free up time. And I think probably one of the other things that I've done that's been helpful is wake up and either think of 3 things you're grateful for or write them down. And I have my spreadsheet right here,
Oh,
has all
nice.
my notes. I write down
There
every day. You'll see it has that same format of, like,
you go.
5 things I'm grateful for, and then the things I have to do within my work day or week. And just look back at it, or, you know, everyone has bad days, but thinking of what you're grateful for might at least take some of that weight off your shoulders.
Absolutely. And staying positive right now, because the world can beat you down even on a good year. And this has been a bad year for most people right now. So
100%.
for sure. And we have so much to be grateful for. And I know sometimes it seems impossible, but we have each other. You have a community, like people care about you. And as long as people
Exactly.
remember that, and honestly, take care of yourself. Because at the end of the day, like, none of this really matters if you're not healthy and able to enjoy life. Like,
100%. 100%.
and because a lot of people still are kind of iffy on going to gyms. Do you have a few body weight exercises that are like your main go-tos if you want to do like one or 2 days a week, full body blowout? Like, what would you recommend?
I do. And this depends whether you can use like a park that might have monkey bars, or
Mm,
if you're just at home, no equipment at all.
yeah.
And I would always tell people to focus on the fundamental exercises in the gym. So that would be like your flat bench press, that would be your squat, that would be your deadlift. And some people like their overhead press for your shoulders. So those are kind of like the main exercises that will affect your main body muscle parts.
Okay.
Um, and try and reproduce it. So you have your like air squats or body weight squats. You can do your lunges. You can do there's push-ups where you're angling yourself to hit more on your shoulders. There's regular push-ups to get your chest. So you can really replicate everything in the gym, function wise of what you're targeting. You just have to get creative. I mean, a staircase can be all you need, a wall, just depends on what you're doing. And that's a lot of what I'm going to be posting. I was actually filming today, and I think a lot of my future videos are going to be targeted more so on the fact that not everyone wants to go to the gym, not everyone is able to go to the gym, or is comfortable to go to the gym. So I'm creating pretty much all of the days that I go to the gym, the exercises I do there, I'm trying to replicate at home so everyone else can do the same.
Nice. And I think even because back in football, I was a football player for about 2 months. One of the best things they did to teach your form and squat, take a broom and do it over your head while you're squatting. It perfects your form. And you think, oh, it's just a broom.
That's
It's not going
true.
to affect it. It makes a huge difference. If you're not doing that above your
100%.
head, oh my goodness. Like,
I didn't
you're
even
killing
think
it.
of that. And that's probably something I'll use, because it's just holding it up, you know, like you said, you don't think about it, but it could really do some good on your form. So I'll actually try that myself.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, because I guess it really depends on where people live. How is California handling everything? So are the gyms open and everything?
So for the longest time, most gyms were closed,
Mhm.
which I think was good.
Yeah, you
And
need to do it.
now, I mean, there's a lot going on politics wise, but California is no longer in a state of emergency, I believe. I won't ask you to fact check me there, but
Okay, no worries.
yeah, but a lot of the gyms are back open, but my gym specifically was before COVID already outdoors.
Mm,
So they have an outdoor portion, an indoor portion, and you have to wear a mask. There's only one section that has no walls around it, whatsoever, that you can work out maskless.
okay.
But for the most part, it's pretty good because you are limited to an hour or 2 hour time slot, and they have max capacities per time slot. So it's more of a controlled situation, which is comforting.
Yeah, that's really good to hear because a lot of people are worried. And I guess California was one of the strongest states to get locked down because, I mean,
Heavily.
you're from Brazil. You went to college in Florida, just so people that don't know you. And
Hmm.
Florida, you can do anything in Florida now. You could have an arena show in Florida. So.
Absolutely. They might as well have like a parade. It was quite outrageous. But luckily enough, I mean, I've been fortunate to be able to get somewhat back to normal.
Mhm.
Um, so I'm very grateful for that, because it's hard when you relied so much on external things like activities outside of your house
Yeah.
that just get locked down. I mean, there's so many people that loved concerts, music festivals,
Oh, of course.
theaters, you know, and to get shut down, you really get to the point where you're sitting at home and you're like, well, what do I do now? And I think that's helped at least many people open their mind to new activities or new hobbies, new exercises.
Right. Well, that's kind of what it kind of forces you into working out after a point. Like you can only
Exactly.
you got to do something after a while.
Exactly.
And what brought you out to California? Do you have family members there, or was it for your job?
So when I was living in Brazil, I already in high school I had the idea to go to college in the U.S.
Hmm.
and I went to a college fair at my high school. It was an international college fair, so schools in the US, Europe, Canada, and I year after year went to the college fair, ran into this college in Florida called Flagler College,
Hmm.
like you know,
Absolutely.
and basically it turned out to be a very close college to where I live in Brazil, so easy to get to, not expensive airfare, not too expensive, but then the tuition was right, and it was a good school, amazing town, beautiful campus, and once I got there, I was like, okay, this is great, but I've always wanted to be in California, and I actually have a friend who's now my roommate who at the same time kind of split ways. I went to Florida, he went to California,
Gotcha.
And throughout my time, I never visited him, but my senior year, I was able to visit him here in San Diego for spring break. And I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the beach, the weather, the things you can do. I mean, there's the desert, the beach, and the mountains all within your like 1 hour radius.
Yeah.
So I loved that. Told him that I was going to move out in 3 months if I could find a job. So I found a job and got myself over here.
Made it happen. That's awesome. And everyone says San Diego has like the perfect climate. I mean,
It does year round, and I can even show you. This is kind of what it looks like year round. Just
oh,
sunny out here, some palm trees, and
yeah,
very minimal clouds in the sky.
it's good to hear. Because Pacific time,
Yeah.
it kind of threw me off at first when you're like 4:30, and I was like, oh crap, I'm late. But then it was Pacific time to Eastern, so I had to put that into account.
Yeah, and where are you at?
I'm in Florida, so I moved back home to help out my grandparents during this whole thing. They're
Okay, is
seniors.
that
They have some,
Sarasota?
yeah, Sarasota. Thank you for
Nice.
remembering, man. Good memory.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I remember that. I remember it because I that's the one city that I was never able to visit,
Oh,
Sarasota
man, you should do it.
and Melbourne.
Have you been
But
back to Brazil at any time recently, or?
I have. So I've been here for 2 years. So I've gone back to Brazil twice.
Okay,
Usually holidays. So New Year's, Christmas, I tend to spend it down there.
gotcha. Nice. Um,
Yeah.
well, I think actually there's one last thing I was going to go for. Oh, tell me about Sport Tee and everything else you've been working on. I've seen you do a
Oh
lot with Sport Tee
yes.
and everything.
Yes. So I'm actually wearing some of their swag right here.
Nice, the merch.
But I partner with Sport Tea. It's a premium tea brand. And this is a brand that the bragging rights, and I think this is really amazing, is that it's been a brand thriving off of one product for 30 years, over 30 years.
Yeah,
They only sell one tea, and this is what it looks like.
Sport
Has
Tee.
a pretty cool boxing. A lot of its benefits are on the front page. And even if you were to buy it, there's a promo code that you can use if you want to buy it at a discounted rate and try the product out. But essentially, in my fast-paced work and day to day that I have, I mean, I work in sales, so coffee is generally my best friend,
Yeah.
and just to keep up. So got to the point where I was drinking a lot of coffee, and my cousin was originally working at this company and gave me a sample to try. I loved it, fell in love with it, asked for more, and was able to get to the point where I could represent the brand. And I've been spreading its awareness to the people at my gym by doing some demos where people can taste the tea and actually feel good with it. But also just spreading it through social media, because it's a tea that is a blend of all natural ingredients. It's a decaf equivalent, no sugar, no calories, just perfect to get your electrolytes in. And it's been used by 8 different expeditions to Everest. It's
Oh,
been
wow.
used by D1 teams. It's been used by high grade athletes like Ultraman, like the people that compete in the Ultraman. And it's all by choice, because it's something that speaks for itself. It's not like your Gatorade where you're drinking it and there's so much extra stuff that you don't need in
Oh,
there.
sugars. It's just like a soda. If you're not exercising, you drink
It
Gatorade,
is.
that's just a soda.
It is. And it's like buying some, if you think about it, and just to get off on a little tandem here, but many protein bars that you buy, you think you're getting something healthy, but when you compare the nutritional facts on the back to like a Snickers bar or something like that,
Right.
many times the only difference is high protein. You're
Oh,
getting all the fats, you're getting all the sugars that you don't want. So this is a product that a lot of people use to replenish only what they need in a healthy manner.
nice.
And it's basically a way of energizing your day in a natural manner. And you aren't going to, it's not going to be like coffee or pre-workout where you're going to get some jitters and then you
Oh, yeah.
crash. This is just like a natural, sustainable way to keep energized. So it's been a great journey, and I've been able to spread the product to many friends and family members that have loved it. And the brand has very loyal customers because it's just transparent on what you're drinking in. And I mean, it's all in the box. You check the back and it has all the information you need. There's
Okay.
total clarity on it. So I think that's something that people should keep their eye out for nowadays, is just clarity on what you're putting in your body. Because even your own water, nowadays, it's
That's true.
something that, there's
Scary.
stuff in your water that you don't even know about.
That's true. And does it just, does it have a flavor, or does it just taste like tea?
Yes, so it has a natural citrus sweet flavor. So it's naturally sweetened, but it's not like a Gatorade sweet where you're kind of like, God, I need a water after this.
Yeah, that's true.
It's it's great, and even if you're not an athlete, you're solely someone that likes tea or wants to try new tea products,
Mhm.
you can drink this tea all day, every day. There's not going to be a single negative side effect. You're just going to love the taste of it and enjoy it either hot or cold. And you
Okay.
don't even have to boil your water. You can put it in your fridge overnight and you'll have a fresh tea to enjoy in the morning.
Yeah. Do you do like the pitcher thing, or do you do like one tea bag at a time?
So I've done the pitcher. I've also done just my single cup during the day. It just
Okay.
depends. And like if you, for example, if this is with a team scenario, you
Mhm.
can get those same like big tubs that are usually filled with Gatorade or Powerade.
Right.
Same
Or
concept. You put a couple teas in, leave it in there overnight, ready for game day the next day.
nice. That's awesome. And do you have anything else you want to plug?
Um, I guess if you're someone watching and you want some tips on creating a sustainable lifestyle around your fitness, your dieting, around your traveling, whatever it may be, feel free to go to my page at _ live no limits. Ask me whatever you have on your mind. I did also want to show one of the new partnerships that I've uh, had a great opportunity in taking part of.
Yeah.
And this is through, I just unscrewed it because I'll show you what's on the inside, but it's Super Body Breakthrough.
Super.
So this is a brand that I've just recently partnered with, and they have a plethora of products that are tailored to people that are in the fitness world and tailored to people that are looking to achieve some sort of a fitness goal, whether it's losing fat, maintaining your physique, whatever it is. They've been helping me out at least, and this is an example of the Brain Brew.
Oh.
So this is the product that I've been trying. It's pure MCT oil, and that's an oil that's even found in things like coconuts. So
Yeah.
it's a very pure product, and mainly I like to mix it in with my coffee. But if you're someone that wants to wake up, have your breakfast, or just have your coffee and get started, this is something you can put in your coffee. It's
Mhm.
going to help hold your appetite. It's going to help boost your metabolism. It's going to help ignite that fat burning process in your body. And it's flavorless, scentless. So if you don't want to disrupt the flavor of your coffee or the
Right.
flavor of a salad, a smoothie,
Just blends
this is the
right
way to go. And
in.
we have shakes. There's many things that you can find on their website. I would highly recommend going to both of these websites, not only because you can use my discount code to try anything,
Mhm.
but I've chosen to partner with brands. I mean, I don't get paid for this. I chose to partner with these brands because it's something that I use in my day to day.
Yeah.
So it's highly recommended if you are someone trying to achieve a goal, and if this can help you, by all means, give it a shot. So superbodybreakthrough.com and sporttea.com, highly would recommend giving it a shout.
Yeah. What's your discount code?
So for Sport Tea, my discount code is Giorgio Sport Tea,
Okay.
and I can comment on the video with my information for both the brands. But I would love to, most importantly, just help people that have the same goal of traveling, the same goal of hitting their fitness goals. And if it's something where you're traveling and you don't know how to maintain your diet or maintain your workout regime, I'd love to help out, because that's kind of what I thrive for, is helping others out and just figuring out how you can maintain high performance with what you
Absolutely.
do.
And people can tell because if you genuinely use a product, you can tell about the benefits, and it really comes out how you say it. So thank you for taking your time out right now. I know you got a busy schedule,
Absolutely.
and I'd love to have you on again sometime, Giorgio, but appreciate it. I will
Just
leave
let
all
me know.
the links and discount codes in the description below, guys. And thank you, man. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Absolutely. It's been great talking to you. I know it's been a couple years, but it's great to reconnect. So anytime that I'm welcome on the show, I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely, man. Recurring guest, Giorgio. Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate you. Have a good one.
See you, man. Take it easy.
You too.